The original Loch Ness Visitor Centre is located as we enter Drumnadrochit. The centre offers a range of visitor experiences. The widescreen auditorium tells the story of Nessie, whilst the exhibition presents you with up-to-date pictures and evidence of the phenomenon of the Loch Ness Monster. The centrepiece of this complex is the Loch Ness Lodge Hotel, dating from 1740. This is a delightful Highland lodge, set in grounds of 8 acres, within which some rare and unusual trees are to be found. The popular village of Drumnadrochit, the name means bridge on the ridge, has been the winner of the Small Village in Bloom competition. It enjoys a village green, originally used for cattle sales. Cobb's restaurant is named after John Cobb, who in 1952 was sadly killed when his jet boat Crusader hit a mysterious patch of ripples during his attempt on the world water speed record on Loch Ness. A great deal of speculation about the monster followed, as it was a calm day and the loch was as still as a mill pond when he attempted this fateful record breaker. Loch Ness has a larger volume of water than any other Scottish loch. It's not the longest, but at 23 miles long, one of the longest. It is certainly one of the deepest, whose waters never freeze. It's a massive glacier-gouged trench forming part of the fault line known as the Great Glen. The calculation has been made that the entire population of the world could fit into it 3 times over. Big enough, perhaps, to hide a monster. The Loch Ness Monster has been part of Scottish folklore since the earliest times. St Adamnan, abbot of Iona, reported the beast in his 7th century biography of St Columba. Nessie, or Nessitaris rhombopteryx, took on its modern-day image after a sighting and famous surgeon's photograph of 1934. Reported locally, then nationally and even internationally, and monster fever really struck. However, the photographer subsequently admitted this was a hoax sometime before his death a couple of years ago. The recent film Loch Ness was a box office success, and an industry has sustained itself with its 3-humped logo. However, many sightings have been reported, some corroborated, such as the sighting in 1961 by 30 hotel guests. Perhaps the mystery will never be solved. The loch certainly contains rare species, such as pure white eels and Arctic char, and is deeper in parts than much of the North Sea. The next settlement is Lewiston, more or less joined on to Drum, as the locals call Drumnadrochit. A little out of the village is Castle Urquhart, which lies in picture postcard ruins on a promontory overlooking the loch. Destroyed in 1692 to avoid it falling into the hands of the Jacobites. The Grants had owned the castle since 1509, and much of the present structure dates from that period. One of the largest castles in Scotland, its role over the centuries has been that of a guardian of the Highlands. As such, it was taken by Edward I of England, then later held by Robert the Bruce against Edward III. Today it receives more visitors than any other site in the north, most, no doubt, hoping to spot Nessie. A cairn at the roadside, a short distance on near Lagronich, commemorates the tragic death of John Cobb in his failed speed record attempt. Both forestry walks and the Great Glen cycle track run close by, and some deeper parts of the loch, such as Edward's Deep, are just below the house. For it is near here the Crusader lies, some 600 feet down on the murky floor of the loch.